make sure you can see my shirt at least. Am I on? Hey everybody, I am here with your Bible reading. I hope you guys are having a good Thursday. Does this week seem to have went fast to you guys? Because it seems like, or slow, I don't know, it seems like to me it should already be the weekend. So it seems like it's went really slow to me. What do you guys think? When I woke up this morning, I thought for sure it was Saturday, but it's Thursday. Sherm got a picture done for us last night. I didn't call her anything last night.
Like her.
Did I show this one yesterday? I can't remember. I think I did, but I'm not sure. But I colored this one day before yesterday, or yeah, day before yesterday. And Sherm did this cute Lisa Frank one. It's me and him as bears. I should be the one with the cow hat on, but that's Sherm. So here's Sherm's picture from last night. He always does the best ones, and that one was out of a Lisa Frank coloring book. Mine was out of a coloring book that I done the other day out of just a bunch of fruits that you can color. Sweets. Fruits and sweets. Since we already got the book open, let's go ahead and go through our prayer requests really quick. Please keep in prayer Lonnie Doles Jr. His nickname is Tater. He's only a couple years older than I am, 1 or 2 years. And I went to school with him, and one of his sisters was my best friend and sister in Christ. She still is. Well, my friend told me that her brother, he must have been having severe pain, headaches or something. So he had a brain tumor before, but we prayed and prayed, and he had got better. They said he was going to be fine. Well, he started hurting or something here a few days ago, and they rushed him to the emergency room, and he had water on his brain. So I guess they had to take that out, and they told him the tumor was back and it was bigger than it was the first time. So it's very scary for him right now, for the whole family. I mean, you know that's very bad. So please keep him in your prayers, because he's not that old. Please keep him in your prayers. Please, I'm trying to find the most serious ones first here, because I don't put them in any certain order. They're just mixed up in here. Please pray for Linda Peoples. She's the one that drove to town the other day in a forklift a few days ago. Ran into her, and the forklift, things that stick out of it, ran right into her body. So she did survive, but it's going to take a long recovery for her. She's in the hospital still, of course. So please, her husband works up here at the Senior Citizen Center a little bit right up the road from us. So please pray for Linda Peoples and her husband and family. Please pray for Zach Kirby. He's in his 30s. He has 2 small children and a fiance. He is doing worse. He was at OSU hospital. They said they couldn't do any more for him because the cancer had spread to his brain and throughout his body. But they're sending him to Cleveland Clinic because that's where his fiance wants him to go now. It sounds like she just she won't accept what the doctors at OSU are saying. So he should be at Cleveland Clinic right now. So please pray for Zach Kirby and his family. Please pray for Judy Osborne. She has cancer. Please pray for Judy Thompson. She has cancer and other health problems. She just had her gallbladder taken out last month on the 16th. Please pray for Elizabeth Jeffries. She's elderly. She's got skin cancer and has a lot of trouble with falling. Please pray for Dora Carper. She's a widow and lives alone, and she's older. That always scares me. So please keep Dora in your prayers. Please pray for Cindy Welsh. She's been very, very tired and wore out here lately. She's losing a lot of blood for a good while now, so she's really, really tired and has a lot of problems with that. So please keep her in prayer. Please pray for her husband, Jim Welch, because he keeps getting lung infections somehow. Please pray for Barb Post. She has an immune disorder. Please pray for Sherman Crabtree. His arm still hurts him every single day. The surgery did no good for him. He's now been diagnosed with tennis elbow as well. Now we know what's going on with his elbow because it was hurting so bad all the time. They said it's tennis elbow, but it hurts all the way down his arm to his fingers. His whole arm hurts. He had surgery on his shoulder. They want to do surgery on the elbow, which I don't know, probably won't do that. And all the way down the rest of his arm. So please pray for him. He just needs some relief. He needs somebody that will be able to say, this is what's wrong and we can fix it, and actually fix it. It hurts so bad he just wishes they would cut his arm off. That's how bad it hurts. Please pray for Michael Cairns. He has Crohn's disease and he'll be having surgery next month on one of his hernias. I know he's been wanting that for a good while. But it's a very scary thing because he has a weak immune system and he almost died last year from the Crohn's disease. So, his body's not a healthy body. So any surgery he has is very dangerous for him. He has more hernias and his fistula needs fixed, but they don't want to do it all at once because it's too dangerous for him. His body can't handle it. So they're just doing one thing at a time. So his first hernia surgery is September 11th. So please keep Mike and his family in your prayers, Mike Cairns. Please pray for Logan Cairns, Mike's son. He's a wonderful guy. I love him so much. Please, he is having leg pain. Please pray for that. And he has pain in his other knee on the other leg. So he can probably not walk that good at all, because I know how that is. When both my knees act up with my osteoarthritis, my right knee was hurting so bad today I could barely get out of bed. So I can imagine what he's going through. And they said they thought he had a torn ligament, the doctors did, but they did an MRI and he doesn't, which is a very good thing. So they're going to put him in physical therapy. So he'll be starting physical therapy. Let's pray that it works. Let's pray that it works for Sherm too, because he's already started and been in it for a while, but it hasn't helped him. So let's pray that it helps both of these guys. And let's pray for April Thacker and her mom Linda Thacker. April has a bunch of chronic illnesses, like she has a lung disorder, like my lung disease I have. So I know what she goes through with her lungs. And she has migraines like I have migraines, and we just got a lot wrong with this. And her mom, Linda Thacker, April and her mom are best friends. And Linda, she's very sick with stage 5 kidney failure and dementia also. And her and April live together. Please pray for Jim Mitchell. He's our neighbor over here right next door. And he's the one I told you about. His daughter died, I think she was only in her 40s or 50s, I'm thinking 50s. So she was young, and she died, and I hadn't seen him out of the apartment since. He was very, very sad and upset. But we seen him out the other day, sitting outside with Garnet, the woman he lives with, our neighbor, and he actually went to church that day. So really excited about that. He's starting to, get around, because he was out all the time, like every day. So please pray for Jim Mitchell and his family. All right, guys, that is, wait. The back page, always forget the back page. Please pray for Rhonda Karshner, my mom, and Abby Myers, my oldest niece. They're going through like a fight right now, trying to get the house they're living in. It's a long story. It should be able to, Mom and Abby, to stay there, because there was an agreement made, and it's between our family. They're renting off family, which I don't want to go through the whole story and get all her business out there, but they might be losing their home soon and having to find another place to live. I mean, the realtor's already put a for sale sign out in the yard. So please pray if they do have to move, that they will find a place soon, and a good, safe place. But I know Mom would want me to pray, Abby and Mom would want me to have you guys pray right now that things go her way, goes Mom's way, and they're able to buy the house, they're able to stay there, like was the original agreement. Because she's already talked to a lawyer and stuff, but they got to get back with her. So please pray everything works in Mom's favor. And let's see. Okay, that is all the prayer requests. Alright guys, I'm going to have to redo this list and put Mom up there because I got like 2 pages there and they're all messed up. Okay, so today we're going to be starting with 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 19, reading through chapter 10, verse 13. And then we have a Psalm and Proverbs. Let me tell you what they are real quick in case you want to mark your places. Psalm 34, we'll be reading verses 1 through 10. And then Proverbs chapter 21, verse 13. But let's get started here with 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 19. This is still Paul speaking. Though I am free and belong to no one, I have made myself a slave to everyone, to win as many as possible. To the Jews I became like a Jew, to win the Jews. To those under the law I became like one under the law, though I myself am not under the law. So as to win those under the law, to those not having the law, I became like one not having the law, though I am not free from God's law, but am under Christ's law, so as to win those not having the law. To the weak I became weak, to win the weak. I have become all things to all people, so that by all possible means I might save some. I do all this for the sake of the gospel, that I may share in its blessings. Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. Everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last, but we do it for a crown that will last forever. Running the race for Jesus will be with him for eternity. It'll last forever. Your hard work will be paid off, will be paid for. Therefore, I do not run like someone running aimlessly. I do not fight like a boxer beating the air. No, I strike a blow to my body and make it my slave, so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified from the prize. For I do not want you to be ignorant of the fact, brothers and sisters, that our ancestors were all under the cloud, and that they all passed through the sea. They were all baptized into Moses in the cloud and in the sea. They all ate the same spiritual food and drank the same spiritual drink, for they drank from the spiritual rock that accompanied them, and the rock was Christ. These notifications. Nevertheless, God was not pleased with most of them. Their bodies were scattered in the wilderness. Remember we talked about that here like a month or two ago. Why they had to wait 40 years, the Israelites, the Hebrews, why they had to wait 40 years in the desert before they found the promised land. Because God was making that whole generation die out because they kept turning their backs on God over and over and over. So they had to wait for the whole generation to die, and then the new generation was going to get to the promised land. Now these things occurred as examples to keep us from setting our hearts on evil things as they did. Do not be idolaters, as some of them were, as it is written. The people sat down to eat and drink, and got up to indulge in revelry. We should not commit sexual immorality, as some of them did, and in one day 23,000 of them died. We should not test Christ, as some of them did, and were killed by snakes. And do not grumble, as some of them did, and were killed by the destroying angel. These things happened to them as examples, and were written down as warnings for us, on whom the accumulation of the ages has come. So if you think you are standing firm, be careful that you don't fall. No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind, and God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, he will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. And that is where we're going to stop with 1 Corinthians today. I hope we all learned something from that book, that chapter today. And let's read now our psalm, Psalm 34, verses 1 through 10. It is of David when he pretended to be insane before Abimelech, who drove him away, and he left. David had to run away a lot of times because his own son was trying to kill him and become king. So he had to run away and hide a lot. A few psalms, tell that. A lot of David's psalms are beautiful and happy, and other psalms are beautiful, but they're very sad psalms. When David was in a time of great grief, and you could feel it in what you're reading in his psalm, how brokenhearted and down he was. So let's read this one as he is running from someone. I will extol the Lord at all times. His praise will always be on my lips. Amen. Mine too. Sorry. Notifications! Help me, somebody. I will extol the Lord at all times. His praise will always be on my lips. I will glory in the Lord. Let the afflicted hear and rejoice. Glory the Lord with me. Let us exalt his name together. I sought the Lord, and he answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. Those who look to him are radiant. Their faces are never covered with shame. This poor man called, and the Lord heard him. He saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and he delivers them. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Amen. All the time. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in him. Fear the Lord, you his holy people, for those who fear him lack nothing. The lions may grow weak and hungry, but those who seek the Lord lack no good thing. And that was where we're going to stop with Psalm 34 today. And now we're going to read Proverbs chapter 21, verse 13. Whoever shuts their ears to the cry of the poor will also cry out and not be answered. That's so sad, isn't it? And so many people that are rich do that. I see these people that, there's been people standing out wanting money, in places, towns we've been in over the years, and you just see people drive by and nobody even notices them, just like they're a rock laying there. And they're like, well, they've got money, they're just out there pretending. That could be, but you don't know. It could be somebody that's really, really suffering, it's really poor, and needs money to live. Or needs money for, it's somebody that could be telling the truth. Some people put on there they'll work for it, some say they won't, because how do we know they can't? They might be disabled. There's all kinds of people out there that are trying to survive, and it's not our place to judge them and say, well, I'm not going to give them money because they're just being fake. And look, they got nice shoes, or they got that. Well, those could have been given to them. You don't know. They could really be hurting. That's not for us to judge, but you will be judged. Sorry, the phone. You will be judged on how you reacted to that person. Would you rather be judged for trying to help someone in need, or completely ignoring them? That could be an angel standing there testing you, or Jesus in that man's body testing you. If they're playing a joke on you and just taking your money and they don't need it and laughing at you, they'll have to pay for that. They'll have to answer to Jesus for that. You let God and Jesus judge. We don't judge. You just do what you feel in your heart you need to do. And that's where we're going to stop today, guys. I just wanted to mention that with that because it always makes me think about that. And it's so sad seeing them out there. And we've already did the prayer requests and everything at the first of the video, so please remember to keep everybody in prayer. Please pray hard for the people on the prayer list. And please pray hard for my mom and Abby, because That's all my mom's worried about right now, and she's stressing out a lot over it. And she's got a lot of health problems. So please keep them in prayer that they're able to keep the house they've been living in. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. Bye guys. God bless.